Imagine a world where your life story becomes a cinematic phenomenon, winning awards, landing on prestigious lists, and even catching the attention of a former U.S. president. That's exactly what happened to filmmaker Bing Liu in the late 2010s. But here's where it gets controversial. How do you follow up on such a meteoric rise? And why is Liu adamant that a sequel to his groundbreaking documentary, Minding the Gap, is unlikely to happen? Let's dive into the twists and turns of his journey from indie filmmaker to narrative storyteller, and the bold choices that shaped his new film, Preparation for the Next Life. From skate park to Sundance, the Minding the Gap phenomenon. Liu's career-defining moment came in 2018 when his documentary, Minding the Gap, premiered at Sundance. It didn't just win the special jury prize for breakthrough filmmaking. It became a cultural touchstone, earning a perfect score on Rotten Tomatoes and making it onto Barack Obama's annual film list. By 2019, Liu had an Oscar nomination and a Peabody Award under his belt. To this day, he admits he's still in awe of his success. "I started a gratitude journal because I feel so in awe that this is my life," he told The Hollywood Reporter. "I hope I never wake up from this surreal dream." But how did this humble skateboarder turned filmmaker land such a pivotal role in the indie film world? The answer lies in a fateful meeting with Moonlight director Barry Jenkins at the Mountain Film Festival in Telluride. Jenkins, impressed by Minding the Gap, pushed Liu to explore narrative filmmaking. That nudge led Liu to Preparation for the Next Life, an adaptation of Atticus Lish's novel about an undocumented Uyghur woman, Aishi, and her stormy romance with a troubled U.S. soldier, Skinner. Why Preparation for the Next Life feels personal. Liu's decision to adapt the novel wasn't random. As he explains, Minding the Gap, which chronicled his own immigrant upbringing and the lives of his skateboarding friends, already hinted at the themes of cultural dissonance and familial tension in Preparation for the Next Life. "I grew up in a household with a toxic relationship between a white American man and a Chinese immigrant woman," Liu says. "That overlap likely influenced why Preparation felt like the right project for me." The film itself, however, took bold creative risks. Liu chose to focus on just two characters, Aisha and Skinner, while omitting the novel's third central figure, the landlord's son. "The choices that character makes are hard to sit with," Liu explains. "I wanted to keep the story rooted in Aisha's perspective and let the tension between her and Skinner unfold through their internal struggles, not external conflicts." This decision sparked debate among fans of the book. Was Liu simplifying the narrative, or was he refining it to highlight its emotional core? We'd love to hear your thoughts in the comments. #timing, tension, and the American dream. Preparation for the Next Life arrives at a fraught moment in U.S. immigration policy. While Liu hopes the film humanizes the sacrifices immigrants make, he acknowledges the irony. Immigration has always been a roller coaster of welcome and exclusion in this country. From the Chinese Exclusion Act to Operation Wetback, the pattern repeats. The film's scenes of ICE-style raids on Aisha feel eerily prescient, especially as federal agents now patrol streets and courtrooms. "It's wild to see this play out in real time," Liu admits. "Growing up, I saw my mother work in Chinese restaurants, isolated and alone. Now she's finding community in rural Kentucky. That's the cost of making it in America." Why a Minding the Gap sequel won't happen. Fans of Minding the Gap have begged for a follow-up to see what happened to Liu's skateboarding friends, Keir Johnson and Zach Mulligan. But Liu is resolute. Lightning doesn't strike twice. The original's raw authenticity came from its spontaneity. People were less media literate back then. They didn't know they were part of a documentary. Today, he argues, the subjects would be too self-aware to recreate that magic. It's less about where they are now and more about whether the question that drove me to make the film still burns as strongly. What's next for Bing Liu? When asked if he'll ever quit skateboarding to focus solely on filmmaking, Liu laughs. "We still text about skating. That's how we connect." As for his career, he's taking it one project at a time. "I want to make things that inspire me and give my life meaning." So here's the final question. In a world where sequels are often guaranteed, is it brave or foolish to walk away from a potentially lucrative follow-up? And is Liu's decision to focus on Aisha's story a triumph of artistic vision or a missed opportunity to explore more complex themes? Share your take below.